And there you have it, the sound of the conch shells,
Yes,
a generous scattering of the
moment.
petals over the Ram Mandir, and with that, the Pran Pratishtha is complete.
And we had visuals of the helicopter dropping petals over all the attendees who are outside. Of course, the Prime Minister laying flowers at the feet of Sri Ram Lalla. The idol is now in full glory. We see it. Of course, no, we would like to call it the deity. The Pran Pratishtha ceremony has been completed, and the force has now been offered towards the idol, which now becomes the deity and will now reside right here at the inner sanctum sanctorum of the Sri Ram Temple in Ayodhya. We see a lot of lotus flowers at the feet of Sri Ram Lalla. Of course, being offered by the Indian Prime Minister, the RSS Chief, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, and the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, Yogi Adityanath, who are all there right inside, right next to the Indian Prime Minister.
And for more on this, we still have with us Dr. David Frawley, who's been very patiently waiting with us. And thank you so much for staying with us, sir, to have witnessed this Pran Pratishtha ceremony with us here at WION. I just wanted to ask you, what message would you like to convey to the global audience about the essence and the importance of the Ram Mandir's consecration in today's world? And also your personal reflections of having witnessed this moment here with us.
Well, we have to understand that this is a very orchestrated, spiritual, yogic event and connection and transformation of energies. Flowers are on one level symbolic. They can also hold subtle energies coming from space. And it's all about energizing Ayodhya, energizing the Murti, so that Ram can be present again, not as a physical being, but as a subtle being, a subtle force in the temple, in the environment, and then can use that temple as a base for, you might say, visiting or teaching or spreading his energy and wisdom throughout the entire planet again. It is also a spiritual rebirth of India going on, because Sri Ram, as the avatar of Dharma, is the avatar of Sanatana Dharma. And from Ayodhya then, there is then this new and awakened India that is coming forth under his guidance as a devata, his guidance as a great yogi. He has the vision of the future, where to go. We need to be open to and surrender to that force. And you see how Modi ji and Mohan Bhagwat have connected to that force and are allowing it to come into them so they can share it, so they can work with that higher force. We're not just simply empowered at a political level to really raise humanity. We need to be empowered at this spiritual level, not by an exclusive deity, but by a power of wisdom, peace, compassion, and dharma, which Sri Ram brings. And this then is kind of setting forth Ayodhya as the spiritual capital of Bharat, and to some extent as the spiritual capital of the world, a place where we can all come together in unity and also in transcendence. The pillar, we move upward. Omkar, we move upward. Sri Ram draws us upward like the sun and also shines out and around us. So it is the birth of a spiritual force. It's not like an atomic bomb. It's like a spiritual manifestation of a boundless energy of light that is coming forth. And those who build temples and know the rituals, the mantras, they are able to work with those energies. And that science of cosmic energy is what Bharat has. And building these temples will also illuminate the country. They will be like power sources, energy stations, but for higher consciousness and healing energies, not just like the type of energy sources we have today. but something deeper and more enduring. So this is a bringing out of this new energies that we have, and we can now then have an inner spiritual guidance to guide our technology and to move into subtle, purer yogic technology. So we're spreading not only just more power to do things, but more wisdom, love, compassion, devotion.
Dr. Frawley, while you were speaking, and even now, there are chants of Raghupati, Raghav, Raja, Ram, which are echoing in the background. We heard hymns being chanted. We heard the conch being blown for several minutes. We heard mantras echoing within the sanctum sanctorum of the Ayodhya Sri Ram Temple. And of course, anybody who's tuning into this historic moment, those same hymns and those same chants, those same mantras would be resonating in their homes as well. Talk to us about the effect that these mantras have, which we are constantly hearing from the Sri Ram Temple at the moment, as the Prime Minister is still within the sanctum sanctorum inside.
Mantras are cosmic sound, but they're also energized with the deeper sankalpas that are being brought forth. They're giving certain sankalpas to the murti and the temple of raising humanity, creating peace, so many things. And these sounds then magnify and carry those vibrations, and they can carry them off into space. There are subtle energy currents and sound currents that pervade all of space. There are subtle electrical forces that can pervade all of space, manifest as these sound vibrations. So the point is to get the temple itself to resonate and vibrate at an inner level of life and prana. Prana is also sound. Prana is omkara. Prana is pranava. Prana is also light, prakasha. And of course, prana is the inner being, the purusha, the inner self. So moving all these forces, manifesting all these forces together. We human beings today have become very one-dimensional creatures. We're so trapped in the physical reality of Maya, we miss all the sacred energies of nature, the cosmos, the deeper mind, the chakras, the spiritual heart. So this process is all about reawakening those deeper yogic sciences and creating a country that can manifest those forces and dharmas. Not that we're against science, but we have to also have a conduit for these deeper vibratory energies. And the mantras that hold the key to dharma, mantras are dharmic forces, they hold the laws of the universe and they manifest them. And Ram is holding all these subtle energies, solar force, movement, prana, and this is something we can all partake of. And if we do, that energy will grow, it will not become depleted.
Sir, thank you so much for your explanation on that. I also wanted to understand, with the symbolism and significance of this consecration ceremony, what are some of the most significant narratives surrounding the consecration that you feel need to be highlighted?
Well, I think that people have to understand there is a spiritual science behind it. It's not just a matter of emotion or faith or prayer. That has its place. But it is a matter of understanding subtle energies. You know, we've recognized there are subtle nuclear and other forces in the universe, but there are even subtle forces of wisdom, compassion, consciousness, peace. You notice in the Vedas we pray for Shanti from the universe, the stars, the planets, the earth, because these forces are there. So we're also reattuning through Ayodhya, we're reattuning the earth and our human world to these greater cosmic forces. The temples can bring these things in. Otherwise, we're caught in fighting among ourselves because we're not connected to the expansive creative energies of consciousness that are everywhere, but require concentration and study to know and work with.
Dr. David Frawley, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely an honor having you here with us.
Right, and it was an enlightening discussion. Thank you so much for staying on with us through the course of this day, and thank you for witnessing the Pran Pratishtha with us here at WION.
Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram